Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host. And we're going on a quest for truth together. Yes. And welcome to episode 266. Can you believe it? We made it this far already. And welcome to everyone who's in the chat. Had a hard time getting on the intranet again tonight. But here, I made it, and I'm here. So I'm glad that I'm here with all my friends. And let's check into all my friends here. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you here. And Peggy Dancer, good to see you here as well. And welcome, Jerry. Good to see you at the program here. And I think we're all caught up. Oh, Operation Shutdown. Because we're just downrange of strange. We're the paranormal. Wait a minute. I'm all screwed up. Okay. We're just downrange of strange. Where the outrageous is contagious. That's what I forgot. And the paranormal is the new normal. There it is. See, I don't say it enough. I need to say it more. There we are. All righty then. And there's me saying hello to everybody. See how I save typing by saying hi, hello to everybody? Pretty unique, huh? There you go. Well, you know, I'm surprised they're still counting. Well, part of me isn't surprised. The part of me that understands the world we live in is not surprised, but I'm still surprised. I mean, I may remember watching, elections when I was a kid. Always election night, we'd know. Always. It's only been these last two elections that this has actually happened, or maybe a handful of other times. But this is not good. And all those mail-in ballots, no good. No good. Okay. There's a spot in a pro wrestling match, a double down. It happens usually long into a match. It's just about 2 minutes before it's time to take it home. Both wrestlers knock each other out. Oh, you think that's going to happen? That could happen. That could happen. Well, let's see what we have here for you, friends. Let's see if anything is still... And everything I had prepared is not there anymore. How do you like that? Except one thing. And I guess I'll show that. Oh, man. Okay. Boy, I hate having to redo everything. But here, I guess... Wait a minute. I have to stop this thing. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. Here we go. All right. Oh, look at this. There's a ship out to sea. It's in distress. It's making a mayday call. And check this out, won't you? Let's see. Let's get the...
Thinking about...
Uh-oh.
We are thinking. We are thinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are thinking. We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
What are you
We are
thinking about?
We are thinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We are thinking. We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
We are thinking. We...
Oh, God, that is so funny. I love that. Don't you love that? I kind of like that. Oops, there's something on there. All right. Well, I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was rather funny. We're sinking. We're sinking. What are you thinking about? I think that guy shouldn't be working for the Coast Guard. Possibly not, maybe. What do you think? Well, you know what? I have to open up a bunch of files so I have something to show you all. So bear with me. Now, when I say bear with me, that does not mean there's a bear with me. That means just, I'll be ready in a second here. Yeah. Well, I hope this doesn't cause a problem. Because I think I've narrowed my confuser problems down to whenever I'm opening up preview, it happens. And then I have to use preview. Oh, and look at that. I think they all just came right back. Oh, and we're going to have to. I don't know what's going on here, folks. The Germans, yes. Hello, Mud Rabbit. Good to see you here. And Mad Pogue is here. Good to see you, Mad Pogue. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Oops. These buttons are so close to each other. Hi, Mud. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see here. Boy, you know, some good news, some bad news from yesterday, huh? Boy, I can't believe Katie Hobbs. But you know what? Katie Hobbs, all she did, and it's a winning strategy. I think a lot of politicians are going to move to this strategy of, it's the Biden strategy of just not campaigning, hardly debating, not debating, and then winning. But I think Carrie Lake is going to win in the end. I just discovered these new kind of goggles that could help you see through some of the bullshit. Check this out. It's pretty amazing. These goggles allow me to see through your bullshit. See there? Look at that. I think everyone could have access to something like that. I think that's a lovely idea. Don't you? Oh, you know what we're missing? We're missing our music. Music. Night driving. At 24 seems to be the nice level. Yes, you can have your own goggles just like that. You probably have some in your bathroom, I bet you. You think? I think you might be able to find some. Hello, Emily. Good to see you here. Yeah. That's awesome. All of our friends are here. It's so nice. We've got a nice little corner of the internet, don't we? Intronet. I call it the intronet because it introduces you to new people and things. The intronet. Yes. That's what we should rename it. Lurker mode. Darn pesky day job. Okay. We understand. We totally understand. Yeah. And our nice mods are being nice mods, just like they always are. Cool people. Only the best in the West. Only the best. So there's those goggles. It's pretty wonderful, I'd say. We have some space things to talk about. Did you hear about this? I'm sure you probably heard about this. Sir Evelyn D. Rothschild dies at 91. And he's like one of the richest cats in the world, right? And he's got more money than almost anybody, right? His family. He was like the presided over all of it. Well, hey, Evelyn. Hey, Sir Evelyn. It only costs $50 to change your name. Maybe Evan. Maybe a little more masculine. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe not. Too late. He's gone. Yeah, he couldn't have been too smart. He kept that name, Evelyn. Yeah. Yes, you're having a storm. Are you in the way of it? And is there anybody? One question: is anybody flying kites? I think kite sales should be at their peak during these storms. I don't know. Maybe it's just too strong for a kite, but it seems like an opportunity. If I was down in Florida, I might just break out a kite during a hurricane. Although probably wouldn't last very long, huh? I probably go right along with it. Oh, it's going just north of you. Okay. You're on the edges. Okay. I think that whenever they rebuild in Florida, they should always rebuild in dome homes, because dome homes can survive a lot more high winds than any other kind of a structure. So let's get ugly Evelyn off of there, okay? So I'm sure he was responsible for a lot of nastiness in our world, since he was part of one of these bloodline families. Oh, it's pronounced Evelyn. Still, I don't know. $50 to change your name. Okay, I got a pun on a 5th grade nun. Sister Evelyn. I wrote Sister E. Villain. Good. That's a good one. Puns are, you know what? You know, it'd be a good name for a pun book. The Art of the Pun. What do you think about that? Just like The Art of the Deal and the Art of War by Sun Tzu. The Art of Pun. The Art of Pun. I think it could be a hit. Can't be a very long book. Very quick. Short read. Small words. Big letters. Yeah. She was not amused. No, they never are. You know what Confucius said about that? He said that Confucius said that he who go to convent to find wife get none. None. That's right. Get none. Yes. Yes. We can only hope that the people who replaced him aren't as bad. That's the other side of the coin, right? Mike the fireman called up just before the show and to talk about this red wave everyone was expecting. I think it did come, but the cheat wave was there to meet it. The cheating wave, the wave of cheaters. The cheater McVeeters, because they've been doing it for decades. They just can't stop. They don't know how to stop. No one's ever told them how to stop. Someone needs to tell them how to stop, and the only way to tell them how to stop is to train them over and over again. And the only way to train them over and over again is to have them in a very small room, maybe with bars on the windows and the door. And so they can really focus. Maybe for the rest of their lives, they can just in that little room, they'll get basic meal. Visits on Sunday. There you go. There needs to be consequences, folks. There needs to be consequences. Otherwise, they're never going to learn, right? How are they going to learn if they never have any consequences? It's like you never spank the kid, he's going to keep on misbehaving, right? If you spank him because he does this, then he won't do that. And he does something else, you spank him for that, and then they don't do that. It's a pretty simple thing. Same thing with adults. You know, they commit a crime. If they don't have to have any consequences for committing that crime, then they're going to keep doing it. Especially if they're benefiting, right? Like these paid positions. Oh, did you hear that out in Georgia, Stacey Abrams lost by a wide gap? By a wide gap. And of course, that's from a meme with her smile, and she's got a big gap between her teeth, of course. She always loses by a very wide gap. Yes, she does. I would like to know what Stacey Abrams has ever done besides lose elections. What has she ever done? I mean, we know her because the left talks about her, but what has she done? Just asking. Usually, you will have done something. And that was what people can look at to judge whether you're going to be good at the present job you're going to go for. Oh well. We knew they were going to cheat. It's not like they were going to quit, right? When I voted the other day, I noticed they have Dominion machines. Have you ever seen the logo for Dominion? Check this out. When a company's logo says exactly who they are, goes in red, comes out blue. Dominion voting, changing the way people vote. Yeah, changing the way they vote. Yeah, from their own personal choice to your choice. That's how you're changing the way people vote. You think Oprah and Obama got a lot of PA votes? I don't know. I don't think people are following those people, but that's just my opinion. I live in an echo chamber. I think what we have to try to remember is there are a lot of people still hypnotized. They still work every day. They still think that Democrats are for the common people. They haven't heard any good news about Trump because they haven't seen it on the news. They don't even know any of this stuff. Fetterman, yeah, this guy can't even talk. Yeah, you know, and of course he's being compared to who? Uncle Fester. But I mean, he's not even as useful as Uncle Fester. At least Uncle Fester can light up a light bulb in his mouth. I don't think Fetterman can. I think we should try. Hey, Mr. Fetterman, please put this light bulb in your mouth. We want to see if you can make it light up like Uncle Fester, because since you already look like him, and if, you know, maybe you'd have some use then. Maybe when the lights go out at the Capitol, you can stand in the corner and light everything up there for everybody. Because I don't think you're going to be able to do much else. I have a theory about Fetterman. Ever notice that every time you see him, he's got a new lump? He's got a lump, like a new lump every day. He's like a lumpified. So I don't think that he is going to be, you know, sad to say, I think he's in decline. And I think he will have to either bow out because of his physical situation, or he just might not live long enough to get to that point because of his illness. Because of his illness. And I don't know how he got that way, how he got that stroke. I can only guess. I can guess what it is, but I'm sure we all know what that is. He's made of oatmeal, yes. He looks more like Gru? Who's Gru? I suppose I could look it up. Oh, and they voted a dead guy in too. Did you hear about that? I'm sure you probably heard about that. So not only Fetterman, but a dead guy too. Pennsylvania? The heck? Pennsylvania? This guy. Look at this guy. He's dead. He used to be the life of the party, but not anymore. Pennsylvania State Representative reelected despite being dead. See, they don't care if you're, that's the nice thing about the Democrats. They don't discriminate. I mean, just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't vote, doesn't mean you can't run for office. Hey, it's like a civil rights movement for the dead. Hey, no one's ever represented the dead before. Hey, that's a whole big thing they got there. What do you think about that? I think it's pretty dumb. But if you try to make sense of anything they do, it ends up coming out dumb. You see that tie he's wearing? I do not wear ties. I will not wear a tie like that. That is a wide tie. That, to me, is wide enough to pass as a bib, okay? So if you're a messy eater, you might need a tie like that, okay? But they're not for me. I don't like fat ties. Why would anyone wear a fat tie like that? I don't get it. Do you know what ties were invented for? The tie was invented to cover the button. That thing is an extreme button cover. It doesn't need to be that wide, folks. It just doesn't. Yeah. And that's my pet peeve on tie fashions. I like narrow ties. I had to make this tie. They don't make narrow ties anymore. They haven't been in since the 90s. They were in the 50s and 60s. Then they went out of style in the 70s. They came back in the 80s, and they've been gone ever since. Men's fashions, well, all fashions, haven't changed. What's wrong? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Why are people walking around with ripped up jeans still? The ones where you buy them and they're already ripped. Why? It's been like 20 or 30 years. Let's move on. Something else. It doesn't look good, folks. Looks like a tiger attacked you. Oh, that's right. Good point, Peggy Dancer. Well, Joe's still looking for Jackie, the other man who died from Pennsylvania. And the other man, yeah, he's and he'll keep looking. Yep. He'll be able to see him real up close pretty soon, I would imagine, at his advanced age, just because of his age. He's going to be in the land of the forever sleepers too. One of these days. He's a pretty old guy. Here you go. Pennsylvania State Representative reelected despite being dead. See, folks, it's never too late. Never too late. You too can achieve things. You don't even have to be here. You can be a representative. Maybe he could represent all those dead voters. Yes. He's the head of the committee. Haven't heard much from him. We're going to have a seance to try and contact him. Yeah. Wow. Fetterman and a dead guy. A brain dead guy and a real dead guy. That's real good. That's real good. Good one, Pennsylvania. You need to sharpen your Pennsylvanias a little better and do a little research, although I think cheating had a lot to do with it. I did not see the acceptance speech. Corpse gonna corp. Don't you know? Oh, I suppose I shouldn't be laughing at that, but it's funny. Yes. Well, yeah, he's got mush for brains. He had a stroke. I mean, he shouldn't be. I can't. Can you imagine being him, looking at himself in the mirror, watching his performance? Do you think he's going to really go through with it? I don't think so. I think he's going to be. I don't know. This Fetterman guy. He's a mess. He is a mess. And what a name too, Fetterman. There's another guy who could have changed his name for $50. Or maybe it's more by now, I don't know. Well, I saw this today, right before I went online on the show here. Someone posted this, I don't know where it is. Attention, Plaza, no diesel. Oh, Allentown Plaza, no diesel. So I guess it's by Allentown. So now we've been hearing this, kind of the warning signs. So what the Biden administration is doing is they're closing down everything. It's the Green New Deal is the destruction of our country and our way of life. That's what they're doing. They're destroying everything. That's their plan. Allentown Plaza. No diesel. Isn't that sad? So, gosh. And I do not have a green thumb. I try growing things. I can't grow things. I even killed an air plant when I was younger. I have an avocado tree that I grew from a pit that it's been years, has never had a single avocado. And I don't think it ever will. I'm not good at it. I don't have a green thumb. So now I'm wishing I did. Yeah. I'll get the seeds started and then they'll just die. It's like, oh boy, what did I do wrong? But this is pretty scary, folks. I mean, if things get much worse, I think the military might have to intervene because this administration is destroying everything. Well, it's day 487, I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, of Build Back Better. Nothing is built, nothing is back, and nothing is better. No, nothing's better. No. Oh, Mud Rabbit, it's inside. It's inside. And I left it out 1 year too late in the fall, and it got frostbite, and half of it died. But it's still alive, but it's in the basement by the window. It gets light, but yeah. I think you have to cross-pollinate it, but I guess I don't know what the flowers look. I've never seen a flower on it unless I just don't know what the flower looks like. Maybe it doesn't look like a flower. I don't know. Yeah, you don't have a green thumb either, huh? Groundhog Day, yeah. That's right, Groundhog Day. Yep. Keeps coming up, doesn't it? How did he get out? Remember, how did he get out? How did he get out of the repeat of the nightmare he was in? Woke up every day and the same things happened. What did he do? Do you remember? He started helping people. He started making a difference in other people's lives. That's how he broke out of it. And that's how we break out of it. I think that's pretty apropos. Oh, they're a yellowish flower. I've never seen anything on mine. Nothing like that. I see little wispy things, but they don't have any color at all to them. Oh, there's the link. I'll have to look that up after the show. Thanks, Mud Rabbit. See, it was right there in the intranet, and I didn't even realize it. I keep forgetting how much information there is on the intranet. You know? It's crazy. There used to be more before they shadow banned people. You used to be able to find out a lot more stuff. A long time ago, 20 years ago, more was on the internet 20 years ago. That's when I did my little Google search. It was maybe not 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, for a nuclear reactor, because there's an old nuclear reactor, one of the oldest in the country, here in Kewaunee County. One county away, 2 counties away. Anyway, see, one of the oldest ones, and they were going to close it. So I was curious. I looked up on the internet. So I wanted to see exactly where it was compared to where I am. And I thought it showed a map. And, oh, okay. Oh, there's 4 buildings. Oh, I thought there might only be 1 building. There's 4. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And then I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if I punched in not just nuclear reactors, but military nuclear reactors. I put military nuclear reactors in there. And the whole map was peppered with dots everywhere. What? So the military has nuclear reactors everywhere in a farm area. What? I've done that search since, and they don't show where those are anymore. Surprise, surprise. I think maybe they didn't like people to know that. Because what are they doing with all these nuclear reactors everywhere? I mean, wouldn't we see them? Are they underground? Are they small? Are you what? I really would like to know. If anyone works, well, I guess you probably can't say, it's probably top secret. Anyway, it's another mystery. At the tip of our fingers, yes. Let your fingers do the walking. Okay, good to see you back, Emily. Military safety, anti-terrorist security. Okay. Alrighty then. Hope you're all having a great Wednesday. I almost said Friday. Why does every day feel like a Friday? Folks, you know, when we send these landers up to Mars, and the pictures are there for the public to see, you know, of course we want that. But sometimes it might have another effect. Check this out. on Mars. Oh, look, NASA discovers a door on Mars. Oh, look, Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, they're already eyeing it. Uh-oh. Look at that. I think they're going to have plans there. A door, something to knock on. Hey, we could go there. See? They just don't give up. That's how you succeed. You don't give up. Don't forget the Truth Quest merch. Yes, makes great gifts too. And I like that. I like the logo shirt, and I like the mirror images. I got a couple more mirror images to look at today too. Some new ones, but those are cool. And the Skinny Bob, a real alien. You can wear a shirt with a real alien on it. Skinny Bob, verified real, by Bernie Mendez, who knows him personally. Christmas is coming. That's right. Yep. Jingle, jangle, jingle. That's right. Jehovah's Witnesses are already eyeing up that one door. They're going to go, what? One door is all they need. They're going to go up there and knock on that door. What if nobody's there? Then what? Then what do we do? You want to see the largest mountain? I think it's the largest mountain in the solar system. It's bigger than any mountain on Earth. Olympus Mons on Mars. It's 26 kilometers long, 600 kilometers wide. It's 3 times larger than Mount Everest. It's gigantic. Olympus Mons. So that's pretty cool. Nice little space pic, huh? Okay. Here we go. You know what, folks? I might want to come back as a tree. Maybe an olive tree. Check this out. A 4,000-year-old olive tree in Greece. In Greece. See, that might be the key. I was planting my tree in dirt. You gotta plant it in Greece. Just kidding. That's my Greece joke. Okay. 4,000-year-old olive tree in Greece. This tree started growing around 2000 BC during the Bronze Age, around the time the last woolly mammoth was hunted. The 7th dynasty of Egypt was over and humans discovered the existence of glass. Wow, they just discovered glass. This tree has seen humans go from the Bronze Age to the Atomic Age. It has witnessed our changing world and lived through many wars. It has seen many kings, politicians, warriors, prophets go from birth to death, and still continues to produce olives annually. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. And you know what, friends? It's interesting what they say here about this. This tree has seen humans go from the bronze. So I had a dream. I think I told you about this on a previous episode. many years ago, I had this vivid, very clear, movie-like dream where I was a reporter and I was assigned to go interview this plant doctor, which I really wasn't interested in. I got there. He could tell I wasn't interested. And he said, I'll tell you what, put the paper and pencil down, come with me. But this is all off the record. He brings me into this little elevator type room. The door closes and this red light comes on and it burns like the first couple layers of skin and everything on you to kind of make you sterile. Then we came into this, the other door opened up the other side, and we walked into this white room, all white, very clean, very sparse, very big. And there was a little small white table with chairs around it, and one gentleman sitting there. So he brought, this doctor guy brought me over, plant doctor, brought me over to the table. We sat down. I shook this guy's hand, was very light, didn't feel very heavy. He explained to me that this is a plant. A woman comes with a bowl of water. He puts his hands in it, and all the water gets soaked up. It like invigorates him and makes him sit up straighter. And then this woman comes and she like pulls his shirt up, and from his waist down, it's like dirt or some kind of dirt-like substance, and she poured like a bowl of like compost in there. And so this gentleman, now the doctor, the plant doctor, explained that he created very lightweight robotic arms and a face so he could interface with this plant. He got the sap of the plant to run almost as fast as the blood of a human. And so it was very interesting. But the most interesting part about it was, and the guy had a very cool name. I can't remember the name. Wish I could remember it. But he said that he started to tell us what he has observed throughout the ages, throughout the millennia, because plants have a memory that's passed on. So he remembers all stages of the planet, all the life stages through a plant's point of view. So when I read this, I went, wow, that's interesting, because that's what that dream was about. And man, it was so fascinating. So fascinating. It's one of those dreams when you wake up and you go, what? That was just a dream? What? That was freaky. But yeah, plants are alive. They're more like us than you think. They can even see. Yes, they can see. I don't know how they see, but they can see. So look that up. Can plants see? Yes, they can. They're living. Grease balls tree, yes. Growing in Greece. Growing in Greece. So I thought that was a beautiful, beautiful tree. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put the call number into the chat-a-rooney. So if you want to call in, you may. See, it didn't go again. I hit the return button and it didn't. I hit it twice there. Sometimes I think I hit it, the return button, and it doesn't go. And then later I go, oh, it didn't go. But it went this time. There you go. You know, we like to tell jokes on the show here, and I'm a big fan of jokes. I just think they're lovely things that brighten our day and make us smile, and that's what it's all about. And but there's different classifications of jokes, right? So you have your fancy joke. A fancy joke would be something that's very elaborate, very long story-like joke. And then you have your plain jokes. And so when you tell a plain joke, you can always tell when you tell a plain joke, because when you tell a plain joke, yes, planes will laugh. Yes, that's a plain joke. A joke that makes the plane laugh. Aren't those great? I think that's so cool. They're just yucking it up. Look how hollow those things are. Can you believe it? You know what also amazes me about airplanes is the amount of different types of shapes that they got to fly. It's like, wait a minute. After they found one shape that flew, why wouldn't they just stick with that? I mean, why would they even try something else? But they did. They keep doing it. And let's see if this flies. I guess it's just endless human curiosity. Put-a-bump, put-a-bump. That's right. Yes, birds can dent those noses, and I guess, I guess they can replace them there. They should just make them out of rubber, huh? That'd be better, like the stuff on the front of your car. Just pop them right out. Maybe a lot better. Yeah. Oh. Please read my... Oh, might not be on here. Okay, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, friends, I do shows Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and sometimes on Sundays. Now, I have not heard if we're going to have one this Sunday with Andy or not. It's either this Sunday or next Sunday, possibly. He did call me today, but it wasn't a very long phone call. He was in dialysis. He couldn't talk much. But the reason I'm bringing this up is, so Friday night's show, I might not be doing a show on Friday. That's because tomorrow I'm having a surgical procedure. Tomorrow I'm having a tooth removed. And I'm really worried about it because it's one of my wisdom teeth. And I don't want to be any less wise than I am. But also, I'm a little worried because I've been waiting for this dentist appointment for 2 months now, over 2 months. And for most of those 2 months, any remaining part of the tooth that was above the gum broke off. So now it's just even with the gum, and there's a nice little soft little nerve pad there. So I like to call it my soft top tooth, my pillow top tooth. It's not so good for chewing. I wouldn't advise it for chewing, but I don't want to say too many bad things about my tooth, my soft top tooth, because it's very sensitive. I don't want to say anything bad about my tooth because it's very sensitive. So what I'm trying to say is there's nothing really to grab onto. They're going to have to, I don't know, go in through the foot or something. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. Oh, really? So I might not be here on Friday, but I'm going to try and do it, okay? But it's going to be rough. So wish me luck. Wish me luck at the dentist. My old dentist got in trouble for telling jokes. Yeah, my old dentist got really in big trouble for telling jokes. He pulled too many good ones. Yes, pulled too many good ones. And the planes kept laughing because it was a plain joke. Yes, we do. Now, what about, have you seen this thing where people stand next to a tree and they say, if you can hear me, touch me, and it touches them? Have you seen that? That's pretty interesting. I talked to my mother the other day, and it was so nice. I miss my mom a lot, and I just love talking to her. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. That's the way it always goes. Oh, yes. And I asked her if she got my email. Now, she's very new to the Confuser. And so she had not checked her email. I sent her an email a while back. I sent her an email with 2 of my shows in it, the 2 shows I did with Johnny, because I think she's met Johnny before. So I stayed on the phone with her, so she got one of the videos going. So I think my mom has actually seen one of my shows now, so I'm very happy about that. And I hope she liked it. So here's one of these new mirror images, which I made from a beautiful picture of a nebula taken, I believe, by the NASA's James Webb telescope, or it could be Hubble. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that thing. So if you can see anything in that, mention it in the chat if you can see something in that design there. Okay, there it is. Yes. All right, we're gonna zoom in on this. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Look at this little guy right here, like a totem pole, a mini totem pole. Let's see what everybody says. Excuse me. Well, thank you very much, Peggy. I appreciate that. Prayers going up for your dental procedure tomorrow. Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't like getting teeth pulled. I mean, it's like pulling teeth to get me in there. It's a terrible thing. And I've lost too many. I really can't afford to lose any more, but this tooth's already gone. It's just got a little nerve on top of it. And I don't know if, hello, ex-runaway goldfish. Welcome to the program. Good morning. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. That guitar playing tree thing. That looks good. That looks interesting. So what's that? I found some more music and I'm preparing that for a future show. I found another a duet I did with my daughter when she was younger, so that would be fun to play that. So that would be good. And, you know, my kids helped me a lot when I was doing my shows, my Elvis shows. My daughter would do hula hoops sometimes, and my son would help, you know, carrying the stuff in. And my daughter made some Elvis pillows to sell at some of my shows. Very, very cool. Very supportive and very good kids. Very awesome kids. And I got to see one of my grandkids the other day. It's so nice to see her. So nice. Oh, you know what? I don't think I can do that. Well, let's. Should we flip it? Let's flip it. Flip it good. There we go. That's pretty cool. You know what? I'm getting kind of sick of this one. What do you think? Let's see the other one. This is B. Okay. That's B. Oh, is it me who see a lion man face in that picture? Yeah, I guess there is kind of a lion face in that picture. Oh, mud rabbit sees. I see two coyotes facing each other with another face in the middle. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Yes, everyone sees something different. I think you're right. Yes, it's like a Rorschach. Yep. All right. Well, let's see another one. Shall we now? This is one I made from the same image. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Friends, this didn't just happen, did it? Did I freeze up again? Oh, everything was going so smoothly, too. Oh, boy. Someone remind me to order that new computer. Confuser. Man. Well, friends, it's the old standby routine we gotta do here. I gotta log off and log back in. I'll be right back. I hate to do this, but there's no other way. So see you in a few. All right. Peace. Because we're just downrange a stranger. The outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. And this is part of the new normal, is having to stop your show and just start it again to keep it going. Be right back, hopefully very, very soon. Ciao. Be right back. And we're back. I'm really sorry about that, friends. Boy. We lost our music too. Here it is. Oh, maybe I didn't lose it. Here we go. Oh, brother. I don't like when that happens, folks. I'll be so glad when I get my new confuser. Maybe I won't be as confused. Oh, that's too bad. Had to cut the visit short. That's too bad. Interesting. Well, our prayers are going out to you and everyone else in the line of the hurricane, Mud Rabbit. Thank you, Mud Rabbit. Planes can't take off in this. Too windy. They got to use the wind to their advantage. Too windy. Yeah. That's what I had some friends out here they own a sailboat, and they invited me out to the sailboat. And so I was so excited. And the day came and I got a call. Oh, too windy. Can't go. What? Too windy? Wouldn't they make sailboats like for every wind? Or it's going to be a problem when you're out in the open water and all of a sudden a big wind comes. Too windy. How could it be? I didn't understand it. I guess it's true. I guess it can get too windy for a sailboat. And that's how they move. That's weird. I don't disbelieve it, but it's just weird. It's just weird, that's all. Did we lose everything to show again? Of course. There's nothing there. Jeez. All right. Wow. Okay. All right, let's see if this is going to work. I hope this is going to work, folks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's going really kind of wonky here, guys. And I'm pushing buttons and ooh. Let's try this one. Oops. Where'd it go? It just disappeared. Oh no. Folks, you don't know how many times I had to try to get back on. And now it's doing it again. Oh my God. Well, when I come back, I think I'm just going to have to not open up anything and just talk with you all and maybe take a call. But this is a bummer, and I apologize again. I'm sorry, but I had to do it again. We're all froze up here. So we're going to try to unfreeze this, come back as quickly as I can. I love you guys. Be right back. Oh, we're back again. Oh, folks, so terribly sorry. So sorry. UFO. Little UFO action. This is exactly like the one I saw in 1996. I know I've mentioned it before, but that was the day that changed my life forever. Summer day, 96. Saw that thing over Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, zipping around, stopping, zipping, stopping, zipping, stopping, changing directions, doing things that no other thing I've ever seen could ever do. And then I had to accept the fact that I'm seeing something that is not supposed to be there. And when you see something that you've been told is not supposed to be there, or is a figment of other people's imagination, when you actually see it, guess what? It freaks the heck out of you. It like totally freaks you out. I was freaked out. I was very freaked out. Check out Lake on Tucker. Okay. Kerry Lake. Interesting. You know, early today I looked at Nevada, had no results, no one reporting. They're doing it on purpose. These Democrat oligarchs are paying these states to hold back their numbers so they can doctor them. There's no other reason. These things should have all been counted by now. It's so stupid. It's just stupid. It's stupidity. It is actually stupidity. So what can I show you here? Maybe I could show you this. This is the Time Warriors, Time Max book I'm working on, or story. See that? Look at that. This is the treatment. A battle that spans all time. A war that knows no boundaries. A conflict that rages through all millennia. Before anything ever existed, there was a thought. Before any thought, there had to be an inspiration. Some inspirations are bigger than time itself. Yes, Time Warriors. It's time for a new hero. There you go. Yeah. And this is the new cowl I'm working on for the Time Warriors show. So that's where it's at so far. I'm probably going to make another one too, a whole bunch of them actually. So this is made out of bulletproof Kevlar, chromed bulletproof Kevlar. So of course the jaw will be exposed because any superhero that covers his jaw isn't a superhero. There you go. Like Batman and all the other guys. You gotta bare that chin, baby, if you're gonna be a superhero, right? Even RoboCop knew it. Yes. Oh, yeah. Carlson for the latest on the state of the race. Okay, awesome. Thanks for putting that up there, Mud Rabbit. That's awesome. Call in if you'd like. While the show's still working, give us a call. I'm not going to show any more images because, like I said, my confuser problems seem to be related to my image program, which is Preview. Must be a bug in there or something. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how to fix that. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's the cover that my buddy Ray drew. Of course, he's passed away now. He did some artwork for the project. Some great artwork. So, yeah, someday this will be out. Either in comic form or in movie form. One of the two. Maybe both. That would be nice. I'm working on the graphic novel version of it. So there you go. Yeah, thank you, Terry, for talking about it, for letting us know. Awesome. See, we all work together to make the world a better place. That's right. Yes. You know what, folks? I have this book. This is a book I got at a used bookstore a while back. I think I might have mentioned it a couple times. It's called The Case for Astral Projection. Okay. And the person who owned it previously signed it. I think that's the, or else maybe that's the author. Did the author sign this? Aries Press. Sylvan Muldoon. That doesn't look like Sylvan Muldoon. R.E. Duncan something. Reinhardt? I'm not sure. I think probably a doctor or something. Can anyone decipher that handwriting? Anyway, so apparently this other person owned this book and made a lot of notations in it. A case for astral projection. Now, I do know astral projection exists because I astral projected out of my body once. And it was freaky. Freaky. See? What year is this from, you ask? Author of The Projection of the Astral Body, etc. Etc. Copyright 1946 by the Aries Press, 2nd edition. So it's, as you can see, he's got a lot of words underlined. So he was very interested in this subject. I need to say a little concerning my purpose in presenting this volume, for the title itself aptly conveys my object, vis-a-vis, to set forth evidence to establish the case for astral projection, which I consider not a religious, but a strictly scientific problem. Well, it's obviously spiritual. It's not just scientific. Yeah, I don't know. But this was 1946, and to get this published, maybe he had to kind of do that type of thing. And he says right here, except for one instance, I have not resorted to quoting my own experiences in establishing this case. For two very good reasons. In the first place, many of my past experiences were recorded in my first technical book, The Projection of the Astral Body. So there's another book we got to look up from him. And my more recent will soon appear in my second technical work, where they will be used as a basis of explanation. Secondly, in setting forth a case, the quoting of one's own personal experiences is often looked upon by, more critically, as a fabrication, yes, to strengthen one's contentions. So it's interesting. But look at this. There's something underlined. Guess what he underlined? A town. Darlington, Wisconsin. I've never heard of Darlington. I live in Wisconsin. I don't know where Darlington is. Oh, that's where he lives, in Darlington, Wisconsin. Interesting. I don't think he's still there. Just a guess. I would guess that he's probably not there. He's probably in the astral permanently, unless he's entered another body. The belief that every human being possesses a spiritual body is age-old, and in truth, the foundation of practically all religions. Man's spiritual body has been designated by any number of names: spirit, subtle body, entity, astral body, etheric body, the desire body, the luminous body, the fluidic body, the double, the finer body, the phantom, the ranch, which is Hebrew, the ka, which is Egyptian, and most commonly as the ghost. The ghost. Among the various branches of the occult, there has always been some conflict over exactly how many of these finer bodies mortal man possesses, and exactly how each of us is to be designated. Each is to be designated, that's right. Well, I have to quote my experience because it's the only thing I have to go on in something like this. Is what I experienced from my very limited personal experience. When I left my body, I didn't feel like there was any other body other than the body that was laying below me, my body, and my true self, which was in the shape of a ball, about 8 to 12 inches. I couldn't tell exactly how big it was, but it was about that big. And I could see in all directions. And I knew that I lived before many lives. So it was very unsettling. But like he says in this book, I didn't get the sense that there was any other bodies. I think when you're going through that list of different names, different cultures have used, I think it's different names for the same one thing. Your spirit or your soul or your astral body. Same thing. Oh, hey, Mad Pope. Darlington is southwest Wisconsin, Lafayette County near Illinois line. Okay. Oh, sounds like a rare gem of a book. Yes, I found it at a used bookstore. And the nice thing is it's got all these underlined parts, you know? Oh, this is interesting. There's another underlined part. And he's got some writing on it too. Look at that. See that writing up there? What does he say? Something about everything was a double. Okay. The etheric brain. Right down here, he underlines it. The etheric body dwells in the fluids of the physical body. You understand? It dwells in the water, the fluids of the body, partly, and partly it lies outside. That causes that cause the phenomena we hear as the aurora. The etheric body, which is within the physical. You see, I don't know some of this stuff. I'm not sure. But it's very interesting, very curious. And there's a lot of very, very interesting things in here. And the person who underlined all these words obviously is very, very into this subject matter. But yeah, the whole thing, he's just always marking it up. And is there anything like stuck between the pages? Never really looked. I don't think so. Oh, look at this. He made his own little reference, Edgar Gacy, page 31. It's Pure Possession, page 47. So he made his own little cheat sheet on where to turn to go, like his index. Interesting. Must have been some kind of scientist or doctor, just judging from his chicken scratches. Probably a doctor. Can't understand a word he writes. Must be a doctor. Right? Hey, Willie Fix-It. Good to see you here. Arr. Yeah. That's a universal pirate language. Arr. Ahoy, matey. Surfing. He's surfing safari. There you go. Hanging 10. Hang 10 surfer boy. There he is. Playing beach blanket bingo, no doubt. Mud Rabbit's going to be playing beach blanket bingo on a magic carpet blanket ride through the skies. Maybe if the storm gets too rambunctious. Oh, poor Zozo got all flummoxed tonight. Looked at his clock in the garage and he hadn't reset and wrapped the show up an hour early without realizing. Yeah, I have 2 clocks I haven't changed yet. My clock out here in the kitchen on my microwave that I don't use anymore. I use it for the clock timer. I don't use the microwave part of it. And my clock in my bedroom. But I think I'm not going to change them. Because now I realize that those are the clocks that are off. I know that. So I just subtract 1 hour from whatever time it is. And then in a half a year, when we do this whole thing again, I won't have to change them back. How do you like that? Plus, it makes me, it might make me rush and not be so late all the time. If I think it's actually, oh my goodness, I better start the show. Right? Peace in. Yes. Well, thanks for stopping by, buddy. We appreciate it. Say hi to Zoe. He's a good guy. He's got the radio voice. He's got that radio voice, you know. Let's see anything else in this book here. You know, I might be looking at this book from time to time. There's some little gems in here, but some of the stuff is just so. Oh, here's something interesting. So here on page 168, he says, I guess he starts over here. Again, there are cases which not one of the foregoing explanations will cover satisfactorily. Cases, for instance, with a promotional aspect. Maybe they put the words up like that. In which the participant sees his own double. I cite a few. Abraham Lincoln. This is interesting. For instance, shortly after his election in 1860, told of seeing two veritable ghosts of himself simultaneously. But the face of one of them was 5 shades paler than that of the other. The uncanny occurrence was interpreted by Mrs. Lincoln as a sign that he would be elected twice, but would not live through his second term. I think she might have made sure of that. Wow. That's interesting. Something about Billy Meyer? I guess I didn't see the chat. Where did Billy Meyer make the news? Is he back in the news? Oh, I think Billy Meyer is the real deal. You know, they went out there. Who was it? That researcher. They did a movie. And they went out there. They were there for a long time filming. And they had a chance to go talk to his neighbors. And guess what? His neighbors had pictures too, not just him. So there you go. If his neighbors had pictures of UFOs, then that precludes the idea that he's faking it with something on a string. So I believe the Billy Meyer story. I think that some of the evidence, the pictures in his cadre of his stockpile of photographs, some of them, I think, were inserted into his material that might not be real. So some of the stuff in his material, people stole from him. People were switching things out. Yeah, they really did not want that to come out. So they tried to do anything they could to sow some sort of question in people's minds. People still, he's got thousands of pictures and video, and people still think that he's not real. It's like, really? A one-armed Swiss farmer, where in one of the scenes, there's 3 UFOs over a big canyon, a big area. It's like way over. And there's one-armed Billy taking pictures with his still camera, and the movie camera is behind him, filming him taking pictures of the UFOs. So wow. So Abraham Lincoln, shortly after his election in 1860, told of seeing 2 veritable ghosts of himself simultaneously. But the face of one of them was 5 shades paler than that of the other. Wow. I wonder if DARPA had something to do with that. It could have been just some visual anomaly, something with his eyes. I don't know. Hard to say. That's the first I've ever heard of that. Have you ever heard that about Abraham Lincoln? Seeing 2 ghosts of himself, one's paler than the other? 2 ghosts of himself, veritable ghosts. No, I think his wife was a murderer. She always kept a one-shot Derringer in her purse, so people are thinking she might have shot him. Abraham Lincoln's wife, yes. Yeah, also, his name is on a door of a cave entrance, secret cave entrance in the hills near Niagara Falls, where he was shown one of these giants in a stasis chamber. And Abraham Lincoln signed his name on the door. He was one of the people that saw this giant in a stasis chamber where they take a nap for 15 minutes and they sleep through 30 or 40,000 years of time. So, like a time bubble surrounding it. But, and now you can find the Lincoln speech where when he was visiting Niagara Falls, he says in his speech, I'm paraphrasing here, he said something like, "We stand on the very lands that giants once stood on, looking upon this Niagara Falls," or whatever. "We stand on the same land where giants stood." He was talking about giants. He just saw one of them in a stasis chamber. And Lincoln's name and a bunch of other famous people who had been there were on this wall, or this door, apparently. Oh, Oppenheimer Ranch project? Oh, I must have missed something here. I better scroll back. Magnet reversal news, is that it? Magnet reversal? Interesting. Yeah, I won't be putting any more pictures up because I don't want to get bumped out of my own show again. Thanks, Mud Rabbit. Mud Rabbit looks so smart with those glasses on, doesn't she? That's right. Alrighty then. Well, yeah, boy. So Friday might not be here, but hopefully I will. If I can, I will. I have my procedure tomorrow morning, so. But I've had other teeth pulled, and it's not a quick heal. It takes a while to heal. And the worst part about it is I can't spit. You can't spit after you. And spitting's part of living. Spitting's part of living. So it's going to be tough being spitless for a while. But anyway. And also eating is always a challenge when you get something like that. I mean, to get enough food. It's been tough eating with this thing in my mouth, this open nerve. I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's not as bad as you would imagine it would be. But it does hurt. It's very discomforting when anything goes over there on it. Any little particle of food, anything. It doesn't like that. It's very particular, very sensitive. Oh, thanks, Willie. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't do that for quite a long time. I need that. I don't want that clot coming out and getting the dry socket. I don't want that to happen. Yeah. Hey, free range brain. Moon rocket out about to get hit by a hurricane. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. You know what? In William Tompkins' book, Selective Extraterrestrials, he talks about how when they were doing the work for the moon landing, way before NASA started it, they were working on it. He was working on it in think tanks, Douglas and TRW, places he was working at, the Navy. And they wanted the launch site to be in California. But some politician changed it to Florida. And William was very upset about that because Florida is just not a very good place to shoot rockets from, because you got the hurricanes, you got the moist weather, the humid weather that you don't have in California. But they stuck with it. It's 2022. Shouldn't they have like the ground opening up and the rocket comes up and then it goes down in case of a hurricane comes? Wouldn't that be easy to do? I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. Okay, I'm checking the wind on Ventu Sky. Be right back. They left it outside of the vehicle assembly building. Okay. William Tompkins designed the vehicle assembly building too. And he also designed the way they make them. Vertical. Oh, that's how nukes are stored? Well, that's pretty smart. They should do that with everything. You know, I think these storms in Florida might just be engineered because the deep state doesn't like what's happening in Florida. All that freedom, they can't stand it. So they're going to keep trying to pummel it with as much stuff as they can. That's my, just knowing how evil these people are, I would not put that past them. All right, see you later, Willie. Fix it. Later, Willie. Pretty gusty, huh? Never a straight answer. That's right. Never a straight answer. And they Photoshop everything out. Alrighty then. Well, friends, we got 5 minutes till the 2-hour mark, which is usually the time we say sayonara. So I think we're gonna put a cap in this. We didn't get any calls, and that's okay. Maybe we'll get some calls next time. Hopefully by Friday, I'll be all healed up enough to do this. I'm hoping. So there we go. I almost want to skip tomorrow and just let it dissolve. It's dissolving away itself, but then you got that nasty nerve hanging around there. They're probably going to have to do a, I don't like even saying it, a root canal first. I don't like calling it root canal. I like to call it an unnerving. Because they're taking the nerve out. It's an we're gonna be doing unnerving on you. We're gonna be doing a root canal. Root canal sounds painful. They should rename it. An unnerving. We're gonna do an unnerving procedure. Yes, you may send in a story. You can send it to my email, which is hotgamesandpuzzlesllc at gmail.com. Oh, look, and Mud Rabbit did it before I could even do it. Look at how quick she is. And she even said his name. Look at that. There you go. I would click on hers. This probably has less mistakes. There you go. Thanks, Mud Rabbit. Wow. If you ever have your own show, people, if you ever start your own show, you would be lucky to have someone like Mud Rabbit and all the rest of our wonderful mods, because they're fantastic. They really do help to make everything go so smoothly. And even when I have to log off when I'm having problems, I know that the chat is there, and it's just a nice feeling. You guys are my safety net, so thank you so much. You're irreplaceable. Thank you so much. And remember, the left is saying it didn't happen, no red wave. There was a red wave, but there was also a cheating wave. But we did get a lot. What did Trump say? 9 losses and 174 wins? That sounds like a red wave to me. Doesn't it? 174 to 9? I would say so. Looking forward to seeing your story, X-Runaway Goldfish. That's awesome. International. Aaron, do not worry about the root canal. They're nothing these days. Oh, I know, but it's just the sound of it. Root canal? Ooh. Whoever named these things, I don't know. There's my little message to everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. You guys are like my best friends, and I love hanging out with you. That's why I really hope I'll be better by Friday. If not, we'll see you on Monday or maybe Sunday. Depends on if Andy verifies whether we're having it this Sunday or next Sunday, or who knows. But hopefully I'll find out. I'll put a message out on my Facebook page, so friend me on Facebook. Send me a message to tell me that you're watching the show, what your name is on the show, and so I can friend you, because I got hundreds of people that want to be my friend. I just don't know if they're real people or not. So that's what it is. And make sure that you're subscribed so you can hit the notification bell and get notified when we go live, because Andrew Brushago, as you know, does his own show on this channel. The Quest for Truth with Andrew DiPasciago. So, it's the only place you can see it on this channel. So, and sometimes we go spur of the moment. So when we do go live, if it hasn't been announced, if you hit that all notifications, you will be notified. So you'll be there and you won't be square. Salt water, yeah. Maybe I'll have to go down to Florida and get some of that salt water. I heard they got a lot of that salt water down there. Is that right? That swishy stuff that you can swish in your mouth. It heals you all up. Yes. Okay, friends. We're going to say goodnight because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. And so, anxiously looking forward to ex-runaway goldfish's story. We're probably on the next episode, hopefully. So keep your cameras poised to the skies so you can take a picture of that UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. Until then, peace in.